Proverbs 31, verse 26. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. Such was our cherished mama and granny, Mrs. Theresa Auguste, better known as Ma Elwin or Sulut of Bos-Lagoas Lavery, who transitioned on Sunday, 26 January 2025 at 100 years of age. She was predeceased by her doting son, Damien Joseph. Left to mourn are her dearest brother, Raymond Dalsu, and family residing in Canada. Doting children, Justina Charles, MacArthur Auguste, Luna Augustine, Elma Auguste, Elnora Alexander, Lucilla Joseph, Francois Joseph, Janet Marshall, Daria Joseph, Apollina Joseph Charles. Beloved adopted children, Joyce Richards and family, Austin Auguste and family, Justin Alexander and family, Lucy Jean-Marie and family, including Casilda Jean-Marie Perkins and Gilda Jean-Marie Nicholas, Fabian Joseph and family, children and family of her late adopted daughter, Maria Leos, children of her late adopted son, Gilbert Laurent, treasured grandchildren, Ali Auguste, Aldrich Theodore, Amanda Auguste, Arlene Charles, Bradley Auguste, Dean Auguste, Fabian Richards, Harvey Auguste, Janelle Alexander, Kay Theodore, Kentis Auguste, Cordia Joseph, Krishna Samuel, Mahaka Lasonia, Marika Ferdinand, Randy Bissett, Stan Auguste, Tyson Auguste, Vern Francis, Vic Auguste, Wayne Auguste, Zane Auguste, and their families residing in St. Lucia. Barbara Remy and family in St. Croix, Randy Dixon and family in Trinidad. Damaya Moses, Damius James, Daniela Joseph, Del Joseph, Diane Jean, Kiana Robinson, Kadeem Robinson, Renee Joseph, Ricardo Moses, Sheldon Sinclair, Sabina Augustine, Shane Serre, Simeon Augustine, Trevor Carborn and their families residing in the UK. Hyacinth Favre, Jean-Marc Martial, Karen Bissett, Magali Martial, Steed Paul and their families in the US. Precious adopted grandchildren, Twain and Keegan Edward, Giovanni and Nicole Henry, Angela Dixon, Mike Leons, Siobhan Marsler, Dwight Dixon and their families, 34 cherished great-grandchildren including Evanis Dixon, Shirley and Makita Auguste, Quanell and Oren Alexander, Mia and Sadie Auguste and their families, Zachary Augustine, 3 joyous great-great-grandchildren, adoring sons and daughter-in-law, Gregory Augustine and Malcolm Robinson, Hattie Alexander, Mark Martial, Frances Auguste. Compassionate grand and great-grandchildren-in-law, including Marilyn Auguste, Alwyn Alexander, Samantha Auguste. Loving nieces and grandnieces, nephews and grandnephews, including Mary Henry and family, including Genevieve, Jacob Edmay and family, Merlin Edmay and family, Alberti, Jules, Eileen, Jean, Magdalene, Titus and Janelle Dalsu and their families, Lucia and Mary Ann Dalsu and family, Paul Cadet and family, Russell Joseph and family, Andy and John Louis, Sunday Cadu and family, children of her late brother Willie Joseph, children of her late brother Joannes Dalsu and their families, several caring relatives including the Dalsu family of Peru and Derso, the Crick family of Lagoas, including Virginia Edward, Flora James and Cyril Edward and their families, Pauline, Catherine, Hugh, Tisa, Darius and Dennis Crick and their families, Augustine and Leona Dominique and family, Gentle godson Marcus Vanille and family. Devoted Cara Laurentia James. Gracious close friends and neighbors including Zanaya Japanel and family, Delina and Paulina Alexander and their families, the Leos family including the children of Radelta Leos, Mr. Edmund Remes, Mr. Warrior Noel, Mr. Jerome Dixon, Mrs. Agnes Henry, Mr. Lazarus Severin, Miss Joanne Chico, Miss Aislinn Joye, Mr. Jacques-Claude Jamarie, Mr. Harry Eugene, Mrs. Sheila Mesmin, Mrs. Lenora Dixon and family, Mrs. Julian Dixon and family, Mrs. Francilia Purcell and family, Miss Celia Alexander and family, Mrs. Pam Charles and family, Mr. François Charlemagne and family, including Camilla and Preston, Reverend Cletus Henry and his wife Anne Margaret, her doctors, Dr. Ravi Chico and Dr. Ricardo Blanchard, the pastor and members of the Bas Lagoas Evangelical Church, the entire community of Bas Lagoas. The funeral service in celebration of such an extraordinary life will be held on Friday, 28 February 2025 at the Auge Evangelical Church from 1:30 p.m., followed by interment at the Michael O'Brien Private Cemetery. The body now lies at Lazarus Funeral Home, New Dock Road, V4. May her angelic soul rest in perpetual peace. Please note, the family would like to inform persons desirous of attending the funeral service that transportation will be available to and from the funeral service, leaving by the Bas Lagoas School and Touch of Fire, Londonderry, from 1 p.m.